Have you ever felt the unbearable weight of being left behind? That hollow emptiness creeping in when someone you trusted, someone you built dreams with, simply walks away? It's in these moments, when the walls close in and your mind drowns in unanswered questions, that a rare opportunity emerges, not to wallow, not to seek revenge, but to rise. This is the story of transformation, of turning pain into power, of reshaping yourself into someone so whole that abandonment no longer has the power to break you. Loss is an illusion, a trick played by the mind. When someone exits your life, a lover, a friend, a mentor, they take only what was never truly yours to begin with. What remains is the essence of who you are, untouchable and unwavering. Marcus Aurelius, a man who ruled an empire yet fought his greatest battles within, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Strength is not in holding on, but in understanding that nothing external defines you. Their absence is not a wound, but a revelation, peeling back the illusion of dependency and exposing the unshakable core that was within you all along. So ask yourself, what have you truly lost? Have you lost your ability to think, to create, to love, to rise with purpose? Or have you only lost an illusion, a fleeting attachment to something beyond your control? Epictetus, born a slave and risen to wisdom, laid it bare. Some things are within our control, while others are not. Their choices, their departures, their silence. These are not within your realm of influence. What is? Your response, your ability to stand, to rebuild, to transcend. Pain lingers not in reality, but in the stories we tell ourselves. Seneca warned, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How much of your suffering is self-inflicted? How many nights have you spent replaying the past, imagining scenarios that never existed, fueling a pain that serves no purpose? The mind is a forge, and what you feed it shapes the weapons you carry. Will you craft shackles of regret, or will you forge armor of resilience? Transformation does not come through passive waiting. It comes through action, through discipline, through mastery of self. Musonius Rufus, a teacher of strength in times of despair, believed philosophy was not for idle discussion, but for living. So live. Challenge your thoughts. When your mind whispers, "I am nothing without them," recognize it as a lie, a distortion of reality. Find purpose in the void they left behind. Build, create, evolve, not to prove them wrong, not to lure them back, but because your destiny was never tied to their presence. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of something greater. The abandoned are not the broken. They are the ones who rise, the ones who learn, the ones who become unstoppable. And one day, without even realizing it, you will look back and see that what once felt like an ending was, in truth, the moment you became whole. Desires can be deceptive. When someone walks away, the natural instinct is to crave their return, to wish for their presence as if it is the key to healing the wound they left behind. But true power lies in shifting that desire. Instead of longing for their return, channel that energy into responding with dignity and strength. Conduct yourself with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues become the foundation of your transformation. The person who felt abandoned, who once looked outside for validation, begins to dissolve. In their place emerges someone stronger, wiser, untethered from the need for external approval. There's a paradox in attachment. The moment you release your grip, the moment you stop waiting, something remarkable happens. You don't just appear stronger, you become stronger. Your peace is no longer conditional on their presence. And in that self-sufficiency, something magnetic takes root. You evolve into someone rare, someone who no longer chases, but simply is. Not because you orchestrated it to lure them back, but because you have genuinely stepped into a version of yourself that stands unwavering. Like the rock against which the waves crash, unmoved, untouched by the storm. And then there's the return. It happens often. People leave in search of something they think is better, only to realize they abandoned something invaluable. But by the time they return, they no longer recognize you. The person they left behind, the one who waited, who sought validation through their presence, is gone. In their place stands someone who has built an unshakable inner fortress, a sanctuary of peace that no one can breach. You no longer need them to feel whole, and that very completeness makes you more powerful than ever. When they return, you will be tested. Will you revel in their regret, seek revenge, or use their return as a measure of your worth? Or will you meet the moment with the calm certainty that you have outgrown the need for their approval? True victory isn't found in their remorse, it is in your transformation. In turning pain into progress, rejection into resilience, and abandonment into autonomy. What once felt like devastation has instead revealed the profound truth. Your happiness was never in their hands. Your worth was never something for them to decide. And now you stand free, unshaken by their choices, unburdened by their return. Perhaps they will regret losing you. Perhaps they will long for what they once took for granted. But here's the real power. You no longer need to care. Their regret is simply a consequence of your growth, an afterthought in a journey that was never about them. You are no longer defined by their presence or absence. You have become whole, not in spite of their leaving, but because of it. Life presents us with choices in how we perceive loss. We can see it as an ending or as a beginning, as proof of our unworthiness, or as the spark that ignites our evolution. Those who have walked this path before, philosophers, warriors, survivors, have shown that suffering is not something to be feared, but something to be used. The fire that refines, the storm that strengthens, the pain that teaches. The hardest moments in life are often the ones that lead us to our greatest growth. What moment in your life felt like the end, but became the turning point of your strength? What hardship revealed resilience you never knew you had? Your story matters. It's a testament to the power of transformation. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Dare to embrace the challenge. Dare to find your strength. Dare to become so complete within yourself that their regret is nothing more than a passing shadow against the light of your growth.